Give Bees a Chance. Words and Pictures by Bethany Barton. This is my best buddy Edgar. We love all the same things, like board games and dinosaurs, strawberries and honey, and of course, bees. Except I don't really like bees. Sure you do. Didn't I tell you there are about 25,000 different kinds of bees to love? Let's take a look at some. There's the European honeybee, the yellow-faced bee, the horn-faced bee, the cellophane bee, leaf-cutter bee, wool-carder bee, metallic green bee. Over here we have the squash bee, the mining bee, southeastern blueberry bee, eastern carpenter bee, the sweat bee, common bumblebee, the cuckoo bee. Oh, maybe. And then I told you all about the three types of honeybees. There are the queens, just one per hive, large, fertile females. Their job is to make all the baby bees. There are the drones, and there are about 300 to 500 per hive. The drones are large males with no stinger. Their job, find a queen to mate with. And worker bees. They're small, sterile females with stingers. Their job is everything else. There are 30 to 80,000 worker bees per hive. They gather nectar, pollen, water, make honey, and feed baby bees, the larvae, build and protect the hive, make royal jelly to feed the queen, and more. Ah! Get them away from me! Blow gently on bees to make them scatter. Phew, thanks. Like I was saying, I don't like bees. But why? Mostly because of their stingers and attached venom sacs, which are the cause of painful bee stings. That part you told me last week. And last Sunday, Edgar had brave tears, and there was a super mean bee, and there was the ouch and the stinger. But Edgar, that was just one bee. Couldn't you still give bees a chance? Maybe I just need to remind you how weird and cool bees' anatomy is. 5 eyes, 3 tiny, simple eyes called ocelli, 2 large, compound eyes with thousands of lenses, 2 stomachs, the honey stomach or crop for turning nectar into honey, bee stomach for digesting nectar, 4 wings, locked together for flying, then come apart for easy storage. 6 legs, complete with pollen basket, an area on the hind legs that can store almost 1,000,000 grains of pollen. There's also the venom sac, wax glands, pollen basket, and the stinger. Ouch. Maybe you just need some time to get to know them. How about millions of years? You know, bees lived with dinosaurs. Scientists have found bee fossils from millions of years ago, and even ancient Egyptians kept bees. There's the hieroglyphic symbol for bee. In fact, honey from bees was found in Egyptian tombs, and it was still edible. That means you could still eat it. Ooh, honey! Perfect. Maybe you just need some honey. Bees make honey. Why are you telling me all this stuff? So you'll give bees a chance. Once you learn how great they are, you're bound to fall in love with them. Check out how honey is made. A bee gathers nectar from flowers. Nectar goes into a special honey stomach called a crop. Contents of the crop are spit up into a new bee's mouth. The new bee breaks down the sugars of the nectar within her own crop. This processed nectar is passed along to several more bees, who each break down the nectar in their crops until it becomes honey. Then the honey gets barfed into a honeycomb cell and fanned by the wings of bees to evaporate moisture. Lastly, it's sealed with beeswax to keep it safe until it's eaten. Did you say barf? Just 1 pound of honey takes 2 million flowers and thousands of bees to create. Ah! Too many bees! Blow gently on bees to make them scatter. It looks like I haven't convinced you yet. Nope, because they're all gonna sting me. Oh, well, bees do sting sometimes, but not because they're mean. Stinger stories. Bees only sting to defend themselves. You look delicious. Back off. Or to avoid getting squished or smashed. In fact, many bees lose their stinger after attacking, which is sort of like your hand disappearing if you pinch your sister. Also, wait, what are you wearing? Bee armor. That's not going to work. It was designed for dragons. I think it can handle bees. Well, there is a kind of armor that beekeepers wear, but it looks quite a bit different. It allows them to collect honey and beeswax without getting stung by startled bees. The white color puts the bees at ease. The veil protects the eyes and neck. The suit and gloves cover the skin. There are the hive boxes with removable frames for bees to build the honeycomb in. And he's holding a beehive frame filled with honeycomb. I love honey, but I'd be willing to give it up forever to never see a bee again. Oh, but giving up bees means giving up so much more than just honey. Some scientists say bees are responsible for a third of all the fruits and vegetables we eat. Bees have a big impact on the food chain. You see, in order for plants to grow, fruits and vegetables, they need the right ingredients: sun, water, and pollen. A major ingredient they need is pollen, as a matter of fact. But since flowers can't move, they can't always get pollen from each other. I want to make a strawberry. Throw me some pollen. I don't have arms. That's where bees fly in. A bee's fuzzy body catches pollen from flowers. Pollen falls into the next flower the bee visits. They act as a pollen delivery service, helping give flowers the ingredients they need. A single bee can visit over 1,000 flowers a day, making bee pollination powers unparalleled, which means without bees, there'd be a lot less yummy stuff to eat. And bees are disappearing in large numbers. Bees actually need our help. Missing bee, occupation, pollinator. Possible reasons for their disappearance include insecticides, parasites, called veran mites, a lack of bee-friendly flowers, and pollution. Okay, I take it back. I don't want bees gone. I even sort of want to help them as long as they don't sting me. Planting bee-friendly flowers is a great way to help the bee population. Won't that just attract more bees? Hopefully, yes. But just approach a bee like you would a dog you don't know. Don't get too close and don't try to touch it. Unless you're a flower, it should lose interest and fly away. And if more people like you give bees a chance, they might just have, well, a chance to make the world a sweeter place. Now, have I told you how much I love bears? Here are some fun bee facts. Honeybees have hair on their eyes. Bees sometimes communicate by dancing. An average queen bee can lay up to 2,000 eggs in one day. And sometimes bees sting people, like me. Welcome to the Give Bees a Chance craft. We're going to make this a really cute paper bee, and all you're going to need are just a few supplies. You'll need white paper, black paper, yellow paper, a pen or pencil, glue or a glue stick, and scissors. That's it. To start, you will take the white piece of paper and lay it out with the long side close to you. When you fold it, it should remind you of a small book. It shouldn't be a long, skinny piece of paper when it's folded, okay? So go ahead and fold the paper in half. Does it look like a small book? Great. Now you can measure about halfway down, or you can just guess, but make a dot about halfway down on the fold. Now, keeping the paper folded with a pen or pencil, start at the dot you made and draw up and out near the edge, but don't go off the paper if you can help it. Then you're going to bring your line around and down, ending near the corner at the bottom. Just do the best you can. If the line is more rounded than mine, that's okay. Now it's time to cut out the wings. Keep the paper folded and cut out along the line you made. Open it up, and there are your bee's wings. Now let's make the bee's body. You're going to trace out or draw a large circle on your yellow paper. I use the lid of a large plastic coffee container to trace my circle. Cut out the large yellow circle. This will be the bee's body. Now position the bee's body where you want it to be over the wings. If you made the yellow circle really large, you'll have some yellow hanging over at the bottom, and you can leave this as is if you want to. Now you glue the yellow circle over the wings. If you want to trim the yellow part off, there's an easy way to do that. Just turn the whole thing over and trim along the shape of the wings at the bottom. Now let's switch over to the black piece of paper. First, your bee needs eyes. I traced the lid of my glue stick on the black paper. Just draw two black circles the best you can and cut them out. Glue the black circles on near the top of the yellow circle like so. We'll add some details to the eyes a little bit later, so leave a little bit of room so you can draw eyebrows or eyelashes or things like that on the eyes. Next, you need to make the bee's black stripes. You can hold the edge of your black paper up to the yellow circle. Decide where you want the top edge of the black strip to go. Make two marks on the black paper, the width of your yellow paper, the yellow circle. So here I marked the black paper with a white pink pen to better show you what I mean. You can also measure this out with a ruler, of course, but this is just a quick and easy way to decide how long the black strips need to be. The black stripes need to go all the way across the bee's yellow body, and then you cut out the stripe. The bee's stinger is just a triangle shape. The easiest way to cut it is to just use a corner of the black paper. Cut a corner off to make a triangle and glue it on. For the bee's antenna, just cut two thin strips of black paper and glue them on to the back of the yellow paper up at the top. Take the top of your glue stick again to trace out two more black circles for the tops of the antenna. Cut them out and glue them onto the black strips. Draw a happy face for the bee's mouth and you're done, unless you want to make some really cute details. To make the eyes cute with the white reflections is really easy. Just cut out two really small circles out of your leftover white paper. Or if you have one, you can use a hole punch to make the white dots. Just glue the white dots up and off to the side of the bee's black eyes. You can even add some eyelashes and cute little attitude eyebrows. Another detail you can add is to draw the inner structure of the bee's wings. Bee wings are thin and see-through, and you can see the veins, air tubes, and nerves inside. So let's mimic those on our bee craft. To do that, just use a pen or pencil and make wavy lines, branching off from each other like so. And there you have it, your really cute bee craft. I'm glad you decided to give making this bee craft a chance. Have a great day. Bye.